Are you ready to transform your home into a cozy fall haven using Dollar Tree items? We all know that the Dollar Tree has great seasonal decor, but what if we wanted to look custom and high-end? Well, I have some ideas for you today that will help you to get that high-end look on a Dollar Tree budget. For instance, check out all of the new dishware they have out right now. They've got plates and cups. They have dish towels and placemats. You could do so many custom decorations with these items. I decided to pick up 2 placemats. The first one is this adorable all over pumpkin design. It's got some gorgeous orange pumpkins and blue pumpkins, and then the other one coordinates, except for this one says thankful on it. Instead of using these placemats as placemats, we are going to turn them into a beautiful seasonal pillow. So what I'm going to do is lay these placemats on top of each other. I'm going to make sure that the design is facing inward and the orange is on the outside. There are several ways that you can attach these placemats together. You can, of course, use your sewing machine. You can hand stitch it. You could even use some fabric glue. I love using fabric glue, but for this particular pillow, I'm going to break out my sewing machine and we are going to sew it. I'm also a pinner. I love to pin my items before I sew them. That way I know exactly where I'm going. And it also helps my fabric to stay together. So these 2 placemats are pinned shut. Now it's time to break out my sewing machine. Let's just take a minute to recognize how fabulous this sewing machine is. I've had this for over 20 years. Do you remember the stories that I've told you of how I used to hot glue my drapes together? Well, one day my sweet husband, surprised me with a brand new sewing machine so I could take that drape making to a whole nother level. And this sewing machine has been with me ever since. I love it, and it's definitely going to do the job. So I'm just going to sew these placemats together. I'm using my sewing machine because I want it to look professional and stay together securely. So the sewing machine is the way to go for me. I sewed all around the perimeter of my placemats. I did leave about a 3-inch opening at the bottom. The 3-inch opening is so that I can flip my pillow right side out and then also have an access point to fill it with some polyfill. So now we're going to flip the pillow so the decorative side is on the outside and all the sewing seams will be on the inside. How many of you remember this pumpkin from last week? I was challenged with a very interesting item. I flipped it into this beautiful pumpkin pillow. Well, I had some leftover polyfill from creating this pumpkin, and we are going to use it in our pillow this week. So I'm just going to take some handfuls of this polyfill and I'm going to stuff my pillow full. When you're stuffing the pillows, you don't want to overstuff them and you don't want to understuff them. If you overstuff them, it's going to be really difficult to close it when you're sewing together. And if you understuff it, it's going to look flat and sad. So I filled mine until I can comfortably close the opening at the bottom. Now that it's filled with the polyfill, I'm going to go back to my sewing machine and I'm going to pin it closed once again and then sew it shut. Again, if you didn't have a sewing machine, you could hand stitch this closed, or you could even use the fabric glue. What do you think? Isn't that looking so cute? I love this custom pillow. It's definitely on its way to being a fall statement piece. We are going to take it one step further and wrap it in some orange velvet ribbon. I purchased this at Hobby Lobby a couple of weeks ago and I have just been dying to use it. It's so pretty. And so what I'm going to do with this ribbon is I'm going to wrap it around the pillow and then I'm going to tie it into a bow in the front. I love how the orange color tone ties the oranges together. The velvet is so soft and luxurious, and since the ribbon pokes out, it gives it a lovely 3D element. And that is it for our placemats turned pillow. I think that this is just the cutest thing. One of the things that I really love about it is how thick the placemat was, so it's really sturdy. This fabric is going to be fantastic and it's going to be durable. It's also washable. I'm sure we could just toss this into the washing machine if we wanted to. I think that the bow in the front is just the extra detail that this pillow needed. Another thing that I love about this pillow is that it is double-sided. So I can use the pumpkin side right now, but as we get closer to Thanksgiving, I can flip it over, I can remove the ribbon and have it just say thankful at the bottom. So we are definitely getting a 2-for-1 on this project. And let's talk about how affordable this pillow is. $2 Tree placemats and some polyfill. That's it. This pillow looks so much more expensive. It could definitely compete with some higher end pillows, but only we will know that the items came from the Dollar Tree. So if you're looking to create some custom fall decor, look no further than the placemat section at the Dollar Tree. You know that feeling after a long day of crafting, you've made a mess everywhere and you have to clean up and you don't want to, you're tired. Yeah, I've been there and it's been stressing me out. But I finally found a solution that's made cleaning effortless. That's where the Eureka FlexReach corded stick vacuum comes in. It's a powerful stick vac designed by Eureka to make your home sparkle in minutes. Let me break down why this vacuum is so awesome. First up, it's got the quick lift technology. It is a lifesaver. It lets you easily convert from a stick vac to a handheld in seconds. No tools needed. So picture this. I've got my fall tree out and you guys know that there's hay bales at the bottom. Well, guess what? I have straw all over the place. So I need some help cleaning that up. It saved me so much time. Next is multi-surface cleaning, which is spot on for everyday chaos. This vacuum glides seamlessly from tile floors to carpets to rugs without missing a beat. I've got crumbs on my rugs and look at how well that this vacuum sucks that up. It picks up everything, fine dust, large debris, you name it. And why it does that is because it has such a strong suction. I have sculpted carpet and a lot of times I get dust and debris that are stuck in those grooves because the vacuum isn't strong enough to suck it out. So right now I've got some crumbs that I put out on my carpet. I'm going to vacuum these crumbs up with one pass. Because of its strong 23,000 PA suction, those crumbs disappeared. And you do not want vacuuming to be a workout. So let me show you how easy this vacuum is to maneuver. At under 6 pounds, is super lightweight and the swivel head turns on a dime, getting under furniture like a pro. One of my favorite parts is the anti-tangle brush roll. If you've got long hair like me or pets, then this is a fantastic feature that you will love. Another sneaky place that tends to get dirty all of the time is underneath my chair cushions and my couch cushions. The Pet Pal Turbo sucked up all those crumbs. There's another part about this vacuum that makes it so user-friendly. It is the one-touch dust release. All I needed to do was remove the cylinder from the vacuum and press one button and the dirt empties straight into the trash without touching the mess. And because of the large dustbin size, there's no need to empty frequently. It's hygienic and quick. The LED lights on the vacuum are fantastic. It can help me to see what's underneath the couches or the beds. If you are tired of your old vacuum dragging you down, then this Eureka FlexReach corded stick vacuum is for you. I will leave a link to this vacuum in my description box so you can click that link and then head on over to their website and check out this vacuum for yourself. I know you will love it. I have mentioned in the past that you do not need a vinyl cutter to create some custom designs on home decor. Well, today we're putting my words to the test. So what I did was I thought I'm gonna find some stickers at the Dollar Tree. So I wandered up and down the aisles searching for some beautiful stickers and I could not find any. But what I did find was some window clings. You guys, these are gonna work fantastic in our next project. So I picked up 2 packages of these window clings. I love the fall leaves and the pumpkins on them. They are going to be fabulous in our project. I also needed a bowl. So I headed over to the party section and I picked up a clear plastic bowl. This is gonna be the container that we use for our project. I love using the plastic Dollar Tree bowls. They are a fantastic blank canvas. So speaking of transforming, we are going to take our plastic bowl outside and we are going to be painting the inside of the bowl. And I'm going to use this Looking Glass silver paint. So I'm going to spray the entirety of the inside of the bowl. I'm not worried right now if there's going to get any overspray on the outside because we're going to deal with that in a little bit. Once the entire inside of the bowl had been painted in this silver Looking Glass spray paint, I let it dry for 1 hour. And now we are going to use those window clings as stickers. I peeled these little jelly shapes away from the packaging and placed them in the center portion of the bowl. I'm placing my pumpkins on them first, right in the middle. There's 3 large pumpkins. Those are going to be in the front, and I'm also going to put some acorns in between the pumpkins. Then all around the perimeter of the bowl, I'm going to place different shaped leaves and even a sunflower so that the entire bowl has a decorative fall piece. Now I'm going to take my bowl back outside, and this time I'm going to flip it over so that the inside is completely protected because we've already got that painted. We don't want to add any more paint to it. And this time I'm going to be using some Gold Bear spray paint. I made sure that the outer portion of the bowl was completely covered in the gold spray paint. Get up really close to those window cling decals. You want to make sure that there is paint around them so that the shape will be nice and crisp. Once the outside of the bowl had been painted in the gold spray paint, I let it dry for an additional hour. Now we can remove those window clings from the bowl and check out how sharp and crisp those leaf designs are. The window clings peel away easy from the bowl without leaving any residue. I think having a 2-tone color on the bowl is a fabulous way to highlight those shapes. I love the silver poking through and the gold on the outside. Both of these color tones are fantastic for fall. And you can completely customize your color scheme on that. I used the Looking Glass spray paint on the inside. This is $12.99 a can, so it's a little more expensive. And in my opinion, you could probably substitute it for some silver spray paint and get that same look if you wanted to cut costs down just a little bit. But I am just loving the way that this looks. It's fabulous and affordable, so please don't feel like you have to have a vinyl cutter to get a vinyl cutter look. Stickers, stencils, or even window clings will be a great substitute. Well, this bowl is beautiful, but I think we can take it to the next level by adding a stunning fall floral arrangement to the bowl. So the first thing we need to do is create a tape grid. So I got my Scotch tape and I ran 2 lines of tape vertically and 2 lines of tape horizontally to create a grid. The flowers that I'm going to be using are a whole bunch of cream flowers and white flowers. And then I'm also using some pumpkin picks. These are pretty little white pumpkins with a gold outlining on them. I'm going to add all these flowers into the bowl. I placed them in various areas. I bent the stems on some and left them plain on the other. The tape grid will hold all the flowers upright and keep them in place. Once all of my flowers had been nestled into the tape grid, I grabbed my 2 pumpkin picks and I added one to the upper portion of the floral arrangement and one a little bit further down and towards the lower portion and the side. And the final touch was to add a few leaves for color contrast. And that's it. Look at how amazing our Dollar Tree fall bowl with the floral arrangement looks now. This bowl is so fantastic. I love those pumpkins on there. They look so fantastic in the front, and because they're so large, you can see that mirrored paint coming through. And we don't just have pumpkins, we've got acorns and leaves and a sunflower, so it definitely pulls in all of those fall seasonal elements. The flowers are gorgeous, but what themes them into fall are the little pumpkin picks. Those are just so cute, and the gold on the pumpkins coordinate with the gold on the bowl. And let's talk about how easy this was to create. You needed a bowl, paint, and window clings. Super easy. Anybody can do this, and of course, once again, you can customize this into any fall color scheme that you would like. So once again, we've created another fabulous high-end Dollar Tree DIY on a tight budget. Now, I showed you right now the Dollar Tree has the most adorable plates with pumpkins on them, and they've got some cups and plates with leaves on them that are just so stunning. Well, earlier in this season, I created a tablescape. For this tablescape, I used a whole bunch of Dollar Tree items. We started off with some gold chargers, and then we moved on to these stunning sunflower plates. Look at how cute those are with the sunflowers on the top and the bottom. We also got some matching cups that went along with it. And then the other Dollar Tree items that I used were some tall green goblets that I have purchased a couple of years ago at the Dollar Tree. We used some Dollar Tree baskets that we filled with cloth napkins and some tasty scones. We also used some Dollar Tree ribbon that I wrapped around the napkin ring and tied into a bow. We used so many Dollar Tree items to create the individual place settings. It was such an affordable way to get a seasonal look. And then we moved on to create a centerpiece, and I used these Dollar Tree vases. To create this design, I actually did use my Cricut Maker to create a vinyl stencil, and then I sprayed some of that frosted glass paint to the exposed areas on the decal. Ooh, that's another great idea. If you're gonna create a bowl, maybe you could do that frosted glass look on the inside. Maybe I should have thought about that one earlier. But I love the way it looks on our Dollar Tree vases, and then I filled them up with some popcorn kernels and battery-operated lights. This was an easy and affordable centerpiece, but it looks custom and high-end. So this tablescape was almost completely created by items that you find at the Dollar Tree. So if you are hosting this season, just know that you can do it affordably. Just go to the Dollar Tree or rummage around their dish section. I'm sure you'll be able to find something fabulous. If you like Dollar Tree DIYs like this, thrift flips, DIY home decor, dupes, or interior design ideas, then you have come to the right place. I am knee deep in fall decorating right now, and I've got my mind wandering and excited for holiday decorating coming up. I am so excited. So make sure that you are subscribed so that you won't miss your weekly dose of seasonal decorating. I know you won't want to miss out on any of these upcoming holiday videos. We definitely took advantage of those seasonal placemats earlier to create our pillow, but they have so many other fabulous placemats at the Dollar Tree. This time I'm going to be using a vinyl placemat. They have a whole bunch of vinyl placemats in a variety of different colors and designs. So I picked up a vinyl placemat with a beautiful geometric floral design on it. The color scheme is neutral, so it's going to be perfect for our project. Along with this Dollar Tree placemat, I have a couple of coasters. I've had them for a very long time. I've already used 2, so I have 4 left. I purchased these on Amazon for like $8. They're so affordable. They are very plain, however. Look at how white and boring these are. We are definitely going to jazz them up so they look custom. And these vinyl placemats are just the way to do it. I love that our placemats are vinyl because that means that they are washable. We can wipe them down and keep it clean. So what we're going to do is lay the placemat out, and then I'm going to take my 4 coasters and place them over the same design that's on the placemat. Then I got a pencil and I traced around the coasters. I traced around all 4 of my coasters. This will give me the precise measurement I need so my circles will fit over the top of my coasters. Then I got out my scissors and I cut along the line that I had traced earlier so that each of the 4 circles are the exact same size and will fit perfectly over the top of our coasters. I am going to be adhering our placemat to our coasters with some E6000. You're going to want to be really generous with this E6000 because you want to make sure that the placemat circle adheres well to the coaster. We don't want it coming off, so I'm adding quite a bit. I'm making sure that the top surface is covered in the E6000. Then I'm taking my circle, I'm placing it over the top and pressing it firmly to the coaster. Once I had glued the 4 placemat circles to the tops of the 4 coasters, I let the E6000 dry overnight. And look at how cute these custom coasters look now. They are fabulous. The placemat design on them really elevates these plain white coasters into something unique and one of a kind. And because the design on these coasters are neutral, we can use these all year long, which is fantastic. You could customize a whole bunch of these coasters easily with one Dollar Tree placemat. And the best part is that you can wipe these coasters down. You can put all kinds of cups and mugs over the top of them. And you don't have to worry about them staining because the placemat is washable. The vinyl placemats at the Dollar Tree are so versatile. Yes, we're using them to beautify some coasters today, but a couple months ago, I used a vinyl placemat to create some napkin rings. I cut these vinyl placemats into strips, then I punched some holes through the ends, coiled them together, and then tied them with some pretty ribbon. Then I threaded my napkins through the napkin ring. Because the placemats are durable, they're not going to rip, and of course they're washable, which is the best part. So if you're thinking that you cannot have beautiful items throughout the year, or especially during the changing holidays and seasons because of budget constraints, don't worry, you totally can. All you need to do is head to the Dollar Tree and find some of their stock items and turn them into a custom item. You can create a stunning custom pillow with placemats. You can create a gorgeous centerpiece out of a party bowl and window clings. You can get a stunning tablescape with Dollar Tree dishes, cups, chargers, baskets and ribbons, and you can use their vinyl placemats in a variety of different ways. You can live beautifully and you can do it with items from the Dollar Tree. All you need to do is use your creativity to turn them into a one-of-a-kind piece of decor. You can do it in so many different ways and you can do it throughout the year. Well, we did a lot of projects today, so hopefully one of these spurred your creativity on so you feel like you can get a custom look for less. I've got plenty more seasonal decorating coming up, and you guys, the holidays is on the horizon. I am so excited. So make sure that you are subscribed so you will get your weekly dose of home decor inspiration. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much for watching.